Live by Design, a space where I hope you'll find content that is informative, inspiring, and insightful. I'm your host, Muadi. I'm a life strategist and a transformational speaker, and today is Tuesday, February 18th, 2014. How's it going? Hopefully all is well with you in your world. It most certainly is in mine. I'm still in DC. You can't really tell. I'm recording from a different space today. I thought I would shake things up and let you have a different backdrop today. But I am still here in DC. I'm a few days away from the grand opening of Bikram Yoga Riverdale Park, and it's very exciting. I've seen some more updated photos. It's just looking better and better. It's going to be a fabulous location, a fabulous place to practice and really promote your own health and wellness. So I look forward to sharing the official announcement with you in a few days. Now, today we are talking about haters. Now, the reason why I'm doing this show is because last week, a couple of people who I follow on Facebook and Twitter, different people, posted feelings of frustration dealing with people who are judging them for wanting to try something different and up-level their lives and move in a different direction. And it was really clear by the post that I read that they were really bothered by people who hate on them. And, as I've been saying for the last few episodes, this year in this program is about really working together to push towards our new goals, to push towards something greater. I've set financial goals for myself. I've shared with you. I've shared some personal goals with you, and I know that some of you who are watching have come to my workshops and have set some goals for yourselves as well. So again, this space for the next year is going to be really a place for me to speak specifically to the things that you can do to be much more successful in your pursuits and to maximize the chances that you will actually be able to achieve what you want to achieve this year and look back on this year with really fond memories and some real pride about how much you've been able to accomplish. So this issue about haters is really important to us in this conversation and what we're trying to do here on this program because, as I've been saying, these next 12 months, this whole year, is dedicated to my providing you with support and information and resources and tools that can help you move closer to the goals that you said that you wanted to achieve for yourself. And the reality is that whenever you're trying to do something different, whenever you are trying to come up higher, whenever you're trying to challenge yourself to greater heights, there are going to be people who have something negative to say about you. They're going to judge you. They're going to talk about you. And the reasons why people do this, they're endless. Sometimes it's jealousy. Some people might see you accomplishing something that they want for themselves, but they have not made the decision to go out and get for themselves. And so rather than working on themselves, they want to come for you. Sometimes it's fear. If you're in a relationship with someone, whether it's a friend, a family member, or a romantic partner, if you all of a sudden start to step in this direction and they're not stepping in that direction with you, or they don't have their own goals, there can be fear. Fear can set in that they think that, well, maybe he or she is going to think they're too good for me. Maybe this will impact our relationship negatively. Maybe they might leave me. I might have to leave them. Something might have to change that they're not really ready to deal with. And rather than giving voice to that fear, it will come across as hate and it's come across as judgment or talking about you. And the reality is if I wanted to, again, I could spend from now until December talking about why people hate on others who are trying to do well. But I'm not going to do that because we don't have that kind of time. We have goals that we set for ourselves for this year. You have things that you said that you wanted to do for yourself this year. So the truth of the matter is, if people are going to talk about you anyway, and people are going to judge you anyway, why take the time to even worry or think about what they're saying in the first place? It's a waste of your time. Not only that, it's not a good investment of the limited time that you already have to get what you need to get done. You only have 24 hours in a day. And if you think about your allocation of the 24 hours, if you spend an hour worrying about what Bobby Joe's saying about you, and then another hour thinking about what Yolanda said about you on Facebook, and let's throw in another hour thinking about what so-and-so said about you on Twitter, that's 3 hours of your 24 hours gone, done. wrap. You can't get it back. You can always make more money, but you can never get back time. So if you invest 3 hours of 24 hours from your day into what other people are saying, thinking, or talking about you, guess what? Now you're down to 21 hours. That's 3 hours less than you started your day with. That's 3 hours that you cannot invest back into yourself. The time that you spend worrying about, thinking about, fretting about what other people are saying about you is time that would better be spent working on you, investing in you. Anyone who has achieved anything of greatness, any celebrity, any sports person, any political figure, any poet, any great parent, there's always a pool. There's never a lack of people who will dog them out. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how noble your intentions. There's always going to be that group of people who want to come for you. And the reality is that if you spend time worrying about them, you're not spending time on yourself. And, we're human beings. So, of course, it feels good for people to like us. And it feels good when people say nice things about that. Who doesn't like that? I love when people sing my praises. But I also recognize that it's not necessary for me to do the things that I need to do. Are there people whose opinions about me matter? Of course. My family. It's important for me that my family sees me as a contributing member of our family community. My close friends. It's important that my friends see me and experience me as being reliable, as being supportive, of being someone who's trustworthy, someone of good character. My clients in my workshops, of course, people who are paying money and taking time to come to me for support, for tools and resources, of course I care about what they think, and it's important to me to make sure they have a good experience when they're with me. But people who talk about me, who think that I think that I'm all that, or I think I'm fine, or whatever the conversation is going to be, I don't have that kind of time. And more importantly, they're not in my earshot. They're not close enough to me for me to even hear what they're saying in the first place. So if you are finding yourself troubled by haters, people who want to come for you when you're doing well, my first question to you is, why are they close enough for you to hear them in the first place? Where are you spending your time? Where is your focus? Where is your attention that you can hear these naysayers and poo-pooers in the first place? If they're a member of your close family, right? If they're part of your close crew, then that is an invitation for a conversation, because you might have to check some folks. If they're part of your close family, if they're part of your inner circle, and they're not supporting you and they're judging you and they're talking about you, you need to stand up for yourself and draw your line in the sand and let them know that going forward, I'm not having this conversation. This is what I'm doing. You can either be with me or you can be against me. It's fine, but I'm not going to entertain those conversations with you anymore. Cut them loose. That's right, I said it. Cut them loose. Easier said than done, of course. But that's what you're going to have to do if you want yourself to be successful this year. If you want to look in your rearview mirror next year and look at this year with some pride about what you've accomplished, you're going to have to make some decisions about who's in your crew. Because if they're close enough for you to hear the negativity, and it's chronic negativity, and it's constant negativity, they don't belong in your circle. Period, bottom line, the end. And if the people who are dogging you out are people who are not within your earshot, maybe they're on your timeline, or maybe you heard third hand or fourth hand that people are trying to come for you, why do you care? They're not paying your rent. They're not paying your bills. They don't put clothes on your back. They don't put food in your stomach. They're not part of your business plan. You're not going to them to invest in you in any shape or form. You should not care. Again, we're humans. We love for people to speak well of us. We love for people to want to be around us. But it's not necessary to have a whole group of folks in your presence. It's not necessary to have a whole group of folks having your back in order for you to achieve what you want to achieve. So, if you are finding that you are allowing yourself to be distracted by the comments and the statements and the feelings of people who don't matter in your life anyway. That's not them, that's you. That is on you to figure out why is it that I'm allowing people that have no skin in this game, they don't have a dog in this fight, to determine how I'm going to roll and to determine what tone I'm going to have for myself today and how I'm going to feel about myself. It's not their business. They have nothing to do with it. That's a question for you. Because where your eyes should be focused on your goals. Your intention should be focused on your goals to the point that you don't even have time to listen to the detractors. You don't have time to listen to the naysayers and the poo-pooers. That's none of your business. I heard Les Brown say it. Others may have said it as well before him. What other people think about you is none of your business. Let them hate. Let them hate. You have a purpose. You have a calling. You have a drive. You have something that you were sent here to do, and you recognize that. And you're respecting it by walking and working towards it. In order to get there, you cannot allow yourself to be stopped by people who would have you stay still. You cannot allow yourself to be stopped by people who would pull you back. It's just not going to happen. So this week, as you go through your day, as you go through your goals, as you make moves, as you try to make decisions to bring you forward, do a little environmental scan. Look to your left, look to your right. Ask yourself, are the people in my inner circle, do they have my back? I always say this, you've heard me say this before. My family, they don't always get me, but they always got me. And I recognize that I have a great family, and I was blessed in that way. Those who weren't blessed with great families, some were blessed with great friends. And those friends are their family, and they support them, and they love them. You know, I've had great friends. I have great friends in my life. But there are people who have been in my past who I've had to let go. Some have let me go because they weren't the people that I needed in my life to get to where I wanted to go. They couldn't support me in the way that I needed to be supported. And in some cases, I found out were doing some stuff, to try to bring me down. Can you imagine? So I say all of this to say, let people hate. Let them talk about you. Let them judge them. Let them judge you. Don't pay them any attention. Because this time, next year, when you're looking back at your life, you will be proud of what you've accomplished. When you are looking at your game and what you've done this year, you will see that you've moved further along in your game plan and in your walk towards your goals. And the other folks that are up there in the bleachers, they're still going to be up there in the bleachers, ordering popcorn, ordering, hot dogs, or whatever people do way up there. You don't have time for that. You need to keep your eyes on the prize. You have to keep your eyes focused on the playing field. Okay? Don't concern yourself with people who are too afraid to get in the game of life, because that's not you. Okay? That's it. We're not talking about haters on this program anymore for the rest of the year. It took me, I don't know how long to make this video. I have to edit it. I have to upload it. Then I have to share it. That takes a lot of time. And that's a lot of time to be spent wasted talking about haters when we should be here talking about business. But I did that for you. But I'm not going to do it again. Okay? Not happening. That's it. That's the message. Go out. Be strong. Be who you were sent to be. Go out. Be that person that you know that you can be this week. Be of service. Be of support. Be a shining example to others of what it means to live a life on purpose. We don't have to have haters to be our motivators. We have a divine purpose. And there's nothing better than that. All right? You have a fabulous week. Take great care of yourselves. And I will see you this time next week. Bye-bye.